Hancock has a glow you can't help but notice.
I am truly grateful.
Grateful for her bird Crystal, her dog,
This is Tia.
and an apartment they can all call home.
I actually lived up under the bridge in the West End area.
That was 5 years ago, before moving into Capitol View. It's an apartment complex that accepts housing vouchers, a rental assistance program for those in poverty. For Ruth, that means she only pays 30% of her income on rent. The government picks up the rest, but not everyone gets that chance.
It's just like a waste of time.
We met Yvonne Sims and Vincent Dillard at Athens' city-sanctioned encampment. You could technically be in an apartment right now if you could find one that would accept the voucher.
Yes.
Both have been approved for the rental assistance program, but neither can find a landlord that will accept it.
I had my vouchers in December.
Yvonne was approved more than a year ago. Both say they were given outdated lists of potential properties to try. It is up to them to make call after call and pay application fees that get them nowhere.
What's the use of a voucher and I can't do anything with it?
Nikita Blanc is getting her master's in sociology at Georgia State University. As part of the program, she spent a year working at the Marietta Housing Authority.
I've seen the desperation in a lot of people's faces when they can't find a place.
Moved by her experience, she is working with other students to figure out why landlords are locking out tenants on Section 8.
We just want to know, did you not get paid on time? Was the relationship with the tenant bad?
The federal government limits how much it will pay in rent. Landlords are subject to housing authority inspections and must be willing to take rent payments from two sources, the tenant and the government. In a hot rental market, they could all be reasons.
Sometimes it's like an unspoken thing. We're not going to tell you we don't accept it, but we want you to make 3 times the rent. And your credit score needs to be XYZ.
All barriers landlords know someone using a voucher can't achieve. In Cobb County, the Housing Authority says in the past 2 years, the number of landlords actively participating in their program has dropped 20%. And according to our open records request, housing authorities across the state report less than half of the families who get vouchers use them. What would you say is at stake if we don't figure this out?
You're going to see a huge increase in homelessness, women, children, the elderly, our most vulnerable, shout out to cry, our most vulnerable populations will be suffering.
Ruth still goes out to the bridge where she once lived, but now it's to pass out food and offer hope.
When you are on the street, I believe that we get comfortable. It becomes home, and you forget about the relaxation that you maybe could have, like sleeping in a regular bed.
That's why Ruth says if the community wants to help the homeless, it must find ways to get more places like Capitol View, places willing to take those on rental assistance. She says stable housing is the door to a stable job and mental health. You got to remember the things you forgot.
That's right.